following the match. We'll open it up to questions now. If anyone has, Omari, if you want to start us off?
Yeah, congratulations on the game.
Thank you.
It was really good effort from the team today. In terms of where this result leaves you going, I mean, you have two matches going on. How do you feel about the game today?
I felt like our effort was there, and I think our coach said at the end of the game as well. We just have to be more clinical in the final third. But what matters to us is that the effort was there. So now we know going forward, we just have to keep that same energy level and just, win the next two matches.
I agree. I think that it stinks that the rest of the games we need to win out. It's not in our hands anymore. We have to rely on other teams dropping points for us to move ahead into that fourth spot. But nothing about our game plan changes. We knew we'd have to win out either way, and so the same thing goes for the next few games. I think that we have the capability of being in fourth and getting that fourth playoff spot, but again, effort is there, effort will continue to be there, and so I think that's what matters going forward.
Did you guys feel like you were rushing in front of the goal in the first half? Because you created a lot of chances. You had a lot of corner kicks. What was missing?
I think just that focus in the final third. Yeah, we did create a lot of chances. I think one of the things we've been working on all season is making sure when we're crossing, we're picking someone out, and I do feel like that was there today. And now it's just about, are we creating the right runs? Are we framing the goal? Are we following up? And just, are we playing the ball away?
I think it's been a theme of our season that we just need to work on converting right in front of goal, and that's a team effort. I think that we've definitely become more clinical as the season's gone on, but again, we'll look back on that first half and wish that we got something out of it. But again, effort's there. I think we're getting better in front of goal.
And the last one from me, and I know this may not be true, but you seem to be getting more results away from here.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's a great point.
It's a really good question, and it's something that we've definitely acknowledged as a team. I truly don't know. I think because we have great fans, we have a great environment here. The surface. I mean, I think we have the best field, best stadium in the league. So, it's disappointing that we can't get the results in front of our fans, and we hope that changes, especially going into next year. But I don't know the answer.
Ellie, can you please take me through that goal at the 79th minute? What did you see on that play exactly that made you just feel that comfortable to shoot that shot?
So coming in as a sub, I think your goal is always to help the team however you can. And the coaches told me that on corner kicks, I'm standing in front of the keeper. And so my job on corner kicks is to distract the keeper, get in front of her, make sure that if there are any deflections, I get there. And so it was a great ball from Alexis into Sid, and she got her head on it, and it was a beautiful hit off of her head, and I saw it coming to me, and I put my stomach in front of it and just redirected it into the goal. But again, it was definitely more the two of my teammates than it was me for that goal. But I also I was very happy I could help the team out.
One more question for you. Coach just spoke about his confidence in bringing you into the game and how he knew that you were going to contribute at a high level.
That's right.
Can you talk about how much confidence that coach has in you?
I think that our coach really values work ethic, and I have struggled with injury this second half of the season. And my goal coming back onto the field is kind of like I said before, just to work as hard as I can and do whatever I can to help the team out. And so I think in practices, I hope that he's been seeing that. I think he has. And so I think that hopefully his confidence in me has increased over the time. And so he knows that if he puts me in, I'm going to do whatever I can to help out the team.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
What does this game say about the identity of the team?
I think it says that we're going to fight no matter what. We went down obviously in the second half, and if we kind of felt it coming. I think they got the momentum. I think the first half we had all the momentum. They switched a few things up. They made some subs in the second half, and we struggled to get behind the ball, and they got the goal, but we were able to fight back. And I think earlier in the season, I don't know if we would have made that fight back. So I'm really proud of the team for pulling it together, and Ellie for getting in front of the goal, coming in ready to go. So I think it says that we're going to fight, and we are going to fight to the end. We have 2 games left, and we're going to fight to the very end.
I think Sid, one of our captains at the very beginning of the game, talked about how this was our playoff game. This game mattered maybe more than any other game in our season, and we all had to put our bodies on the line, fight for each other during this game. And so I think Claire is right that like we might not have done that earlier in the season. And so you saw everyone fighting out there for 90 minutes, no matter if they were a sub, no matter if you're starting for 90 minutes, every single person in the field fought for each other. And I think that was reflected in the game.
And my last question is, what advice would you give the next generation that's trying to make it into the league?
It's a great question.
Great question.
I would say, follow your own path. I think it's really easy, especially with social media now, to see what someone else is doing and want to do exactly what they're doing or follow their regimen, follow their routine. I mean, I see now girls on Twitter posting that they're getting up at 5 a.m. before school and doing their work, and that may be great for them, but follow your path, listen to your body, and do what works for you, and keep pushing yourself to that next level, but make sure you listen to your heart, make sure you listen to your mind, and do what's right for you.
I think very similarly, I used to love, or I still do love this quote by Mia Hamm, and I couldn't tell you the whole thing, but basically it goes like, play for the little girl that fell in love with the game. And I think that there are hard moments in soccer, there's hard moments in whatever, journey you're following, but as long as you love what you're doing, you will find success. And so I think that that would be what I would say to anyone maybe trying to get into soccer, trying to follow their dreams, keep going, keep doing it if you love it. The hard moments it will be worth it for the end goal. Oh, my voice. Sorry, I have a cold. Okay.
For Ellie or Claire, you guys?
Tonight was Kids Night. She kind of touched on the topic of, being an example for young women, but if you could say one thing tonight that you wanted them to go home and take home and remember, what would that be?
I always say to compete. I think a lot of times in media now, women are painted as monsters, animals, whatever, inappropriate, full of emotion, because they're showing that they can compete and they want to fight and they want to have, they just want to have the competitive energy in a game. And I think, growing up, I don't think it's lost. I think it's actually been raised since I've been growing up. But I just don't want girls to lose that. I think go home and don't be afraid to compete, whether it's in school and your grades or out on the soccer field. Go home and compete in whatever you do.
I'm gonna also bounce off of that. I think there's so much, I guess on social media, I see this all the time, like how it's cool to be nonchalant and it's cool to like pretend like you don't care and be chill. I am a big proponent of being very chalant. I think it's really cool to care and to try really hard and to think that what you're doing matters and your attitude reflects that. And so again, like what we've talked about, our team has been gritty. They were gritty tonight. You could see on the field that everyone cared a lot. And so I think that is something that I hope the kids that were watching our game take home with them.
One more question for Ellie. Do you remember playing on the Atlanta Panthers soccer team?
I do remember that. That was a good time.
Wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was a great summer. I loved it. It was a great team. It was so much fun. I miss those girls. I miss them.
Any other questions, you guys? Oh, yeah,
Just one last question to Claire. I just watched your game with Haiti last time you played. How big of a difference is there when you play with the Haiti national team and DC Power?
It's hard right now. It's hard to put that into words, just because the playing surface, and I hate to bring that up, and I hate to use that as an excuse, but when we played Dominican Republic, the playing surface was just miserable and terrible. So we truly couldn't play some good soccer there. But when I go there, it's so incredibly competitive. Everyone there is fighting for their life. They're fighting for something bigger than them, and so I love going to camp and then coming back here, because I feel like, it's a refresh, it's a restart, and I get to bring that competitive energy there. And I feel like, it's hard when you all are coming from your different clubs. We meet for 10 days, and we're playing 2 games. So everyone comes and is ready to go, and you just kind of have to trust each other in a way that you don't normally with a team. So it's fun to go there and then have to come back here and bring that level, bring that energy when I come back here.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.